Hey everyone, this is Chris with Staying Safe, and I want to talk to you quickly about a very important topic, disinformation. Right now, you are being groomed and manipulated to ignore the humanity of your fellow Americans. This is being perpetuated by the media, our elected officials, and probably your own friends, families, and colleagues. Stick around while we dig into this subject. Let me paint a picture for you. You hear about somebody you know having their taxes audited. What's the difference between being told he's a little ambitious with his record keeping versus he cooked the books versus his accountant made a minor accounting error? Context is missing. And depending on who's telling you the story and the perception that they want you to have, all of these could be true and false. Manipulation is nothing new. It's been going on for ages. Sometimes it's used to get you to buy a product, like in marketing, or for entertainment, like a mentalist, but sometimes it has darker intent. To dehumanize a potentially innocent individual or group of people. It's really easy to go back and point to Nazi Germany as an example of this, but we don't have to go back that far to find a good example. You see, the media likes to use semantics and creative writing to garner more attention for their stories. Gavin de Becker, the author of Gift of Fear, wrote an excellent article on media fear tactics. I also wrote several articles on information analysis. If you haven't read those, this would be a great opportunity to pause the video and go check out my link tree so you can take a look at those. If you're looking for a good example, you don't have to go much farther back than the 1990s. Some of you may remember a term, super predator. If you're not familiar with the term or the consequences, go check out my link tree. But a quick synopsis is that this is a term used to describe a theory on juveniles. It predicted that there would be a large number of juveniles creating or committing egregious crimes. This term was used by criminal justice professionals, researchers, the media, and our elected officials. This term essentially dehumanized minority juveniles, and it has been linked back to initiating the process to reform the protections that are granted to accused juvenile offenders and harsher punishments for convicted juvenile offenders. Let's take a second to think about a few of the issues we've had in our juvenile justice system. For-profit juvenile detention centers, judges getting kickbacks, a lot of these cases later being overturned, juvenile offenders who become repeat offenders into their adulthood. I believe that these were unintended consequences. However, they were consequences to real people nonetheless, who were dehumanized to be seen as something other than what they were. Lately, I've been seeing a term thrown around in reference to people disregarding the lockdowns. People gathering and meeting with their friends, family members, are being labeled as super spreaders. Now, in context, the media cannot be 100% sure that these events actually meet the criteria of a super spreader event. That isn't to say that there haven't been super spreader events, because there have. And that doesn't mean that these events being labeled potentially super spreader events aren't. I'm simply trying to express that when terms are picked up as buzzwords, it can be a slippery slope. And we've seen over the last 30 years with the term super predator that it can clearly have a negative impact on the societal definition and influence laws and their enforcement. I'm not here to argue the legality of lockdowns or the morality of disregarding them. I'm simply saying that what is being said and the context that it's being said will likely have consequences. The point of this video is to give you a glimpse at how easy it is to manipulate the masses using simple psychology, and to remind you to assess the words and phrases in context to how they're being presented to you. I'll end this video with 2 quotes. Language is the guide to social reality, and if a lie is repeated often enough, it becomes accepted as truth. This is Chris with Staying Safe. Remember, no one has more to lose when it comes to your safety than you.